What's good, everybody? Welcome back to A1 Hoop Zone. Back at y'all with another one, man. I'm gonna jump right into this. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer with this, man. So this is my take on this whole Lakers situation involving this whole Westbrook, LeBron James, AD, Kyrie, and all of the above, man. So let's start here. LeBron James, we all know plays for the Lakers. I mean that doesn't need to be said. Nonetheless, we know this man's track record. We know his history. We know what he does for franchises, right? Every franchise he's went to has won an NBA title, including the Lakers that he's currently on, my team, right now that he's currently playing for, right? Won us a ring 2020. And he did that out the tutelage of saying, bring AD here. I can show you what I can do with him. They won a ring, right? Bubble ring, whatever you want to call it, when it goes down the history books, it's still a banner that's going to be hanged. And, he tells them, go out here and give me a point guard. We get Westbrook, right? We all know this situation experiment hasn't worked. It's failed. Time to move on both sides. I think Westbrook agrees with that. His ex agent kind of pretty much said the same thing. But Laker Nation, man, Jenny Buss and those individuals in those positions, man, I think they really need to look in the mirror and get off of this high horse of, having this power struggle of wanting to show LeBron and other players like, oh, we hold the power, and we're going to do what's best for the organization, not necessarily what you're saying. This is what you need in order for you to be successful. You wanted Westbrook; he still has years left on his contract, so we're going to make you guys figure it out. Um, I don't think that's going to happen. Obviously, this is an organization that's all about winning championships, and so they're not going to put a product out there, man. That's going to be kind of a repeat as a previous version. And Jeannie Buss came out saying the exact same thing: is that you know as much as they paid, they were hoping for a better product to come out. Nonetheless, this is what they got. Now, I don't see them repeating that exact same situation. Why? Because I do see in Westbrook being moved. Because I believe that the Jeannie Buss and other execs are going to come off that high horse of thinking that, man, it's not a power struggle or a power pool or tug of war of power between them and LeBron. It's more so of you guys have the same interest at heart, which is winning a championship. I believe Kyrie gives them that best opportunity at helping win a championship. It's been proven when they play together. I mean, it's its own type of magic, man. It's a chemistry and it's a situation where they know how to play together. They know how to maximize each other the best way. Outside of obviously D Wade and LeBron, man, I think next up right behind him is Kyrie, if I'm being honest with you. And so I think they need to go ahead and pull the trigger and make that trade. Obviously, they're holding on with a vice grip to that 2027 and 2029 draft pick, first round draft pick. But I mean, come on, man. At that point, who are you scouting that far down the line as a potential draft pick, right? We're in the business of winning championships. Let's show that is the case. Obviously, and I'll wholeheartedly say this, man. I know LeBron is up for a 2-year, close to $100 million extension. That he can sign. I believe the deadline or sign by August 4th. But honestly, I don't think he's going to sign that without the fact of knowing that he's going to have Kyrie in his corner to give him the best opportunity to win a championship. Why do I say that? LeBron sees the light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to his career. I mean, he's as of right now going into his 20th season in the league. You know what I mean? And he's still playing at a very high level. He's on pace to pass and become the all-time leading scorer in NBA history, right? But at the end of the day, he's also going to win. He also wants to win more championships. And who gives him the best opportunity at doing that? That's running a point guard position. Kyrie. No slight to Westbrook. It was, again, just an experiment that didn't work out. So it's time to move on. Go ahead and include those draft picks. Win. You never know. You might win 2 back-to-back championships. Would it be worth it? Would it vindicate that? Would it rationalize? Like it would make it make sense because it would justify it not only to Laker Nation but to yourselves as well. I think they should pull the trigger, make this trade, get him in the door as soon as possible so they can work on getting him acclimated with AD and things of that nature. Now, on the flip side of that, I do understand the Laker Nation or their hesitation as far as like Jeannie Buss and the execs on making a trade because they don't know what they're going to get from Kyrie just due to his track record as well. I'll tell you this much. He hasn't been in a place that is a warm-weathered place where that allows him to express himself and in a location where that's all it's about is Hollywood and expressing yourself, no matter what your train of thinking is, right? So I think that that's going to play hand in hand with Kyrie, and you're going to get the best out of Kyrie because he's going to be in a happy state of mind. He's going to be in a happy location. He's going to be able to express himself, and he's going to be able to show more of himself. And I think obviously with winning more championships, which he's expressed that he didn't handle that situation with LeBron the best, is that this is going to give him, obviously, both of them the best opportunity to win a championship and also have them in the best situation when it comes to in the best mindset. They understand on the basketball court what type of rapport and relationship they have to be successful. Now, AD has to, obviously, AD has to be there and he has to be healthy and he has to play like the AD that hasn't won a championship. He has to bring that hunger back. He has to find that gear to turn into. He has to be able to get there, man. That's the only way it's going to be successful. That's the only way it's going to work out. Now, again, that's saying a lot, but then again, it's telling it, and it could be falling on deaf ears of the fact that the Lakers aren't trying to hear it. They are trying to hold on to those picks. Now, the only thing is every team know that you want to move off of Westbrook. So every team is going to be gunning for both of those picks. What player out there from the free agent market that is going to give you is more valuable than Kyrie going to the Lakers than anyone else? There isn't. I know there's talks of Buddy Hield, Miles Turner. There's talks of I can't remember. There was someone else, a name being thrown out there. But at the end of the day, man, the best fitting person that's going to fit in and be able to put on the show day in and day out when he's on that court is Kyrie Irving. Hands down. No other option. No other option. That's a star-studded point guard. We know what he brings to the floor. He is special. That man is gifted. Make the trade. Forcing LeBron and Westbrook and AD to try and figure it out, no matter how many, they can play all 85 or 84 games or however many games. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to be a championship level. There's nothing. Darvin Ham isn't going to be able to change Westbrook to turn him into a player that's going to be able to bring a championship to the Lakers. That's why KD left. No slight to Russ. I love what Russ brings. I love his energy. I love his passion for the game. But in this current situation, it's not the best fit for a player personnel and just a situation as a whole. Again, that's no slight to him. I wish him the best of luck. Hoping he is successful beyond belief, going forward wherever he ends up. But just in this current situation, it's just not the best fit. It's not the best situation for them. And I believe, Jenny should go ahead, get together whomever she needs to get with, make this trade happen as soon as possible. So then that way we can work on. You can definitely give coaching staff, the roster, time and opportunity to build some chemistry and come up with, getting used to one another, man. But again, that's just my quick little message out there for it, man. It's tough to kind of sit and obviously as a fan, you look at it from a fan's perspective, but you also look at it from a perspective of, yeah, I understand why they want to hold on to those two picks. Definitely do. And I definitely understand from a leverage standpoint, they want to do that. But at the end of the day, you have one of arguably the greatest NBA players or greatest NBA minds on your team currently right now who is coming down the twilight of his career, but still playing at a level where he can get you a championship. And you have another, top 75 player of all time with the talent, with AD there. So why not throw in another player that if LeBron steps away, you still have a two-headed monster right there that still can get you right there to the finish line. And that's just my honest opinion of it. We know the Lakers are not an organization that's into being quote unquote trust the process and all that waiting and all that kind of stuff. They're not. We're not going to build and take the time. They're used to having a star or two there. So in this situation, my thing is don't try and become, and this is no slight to the Clippers, don't become the Clippers overnight because you're wanting to hold on to two picks that essentially may not even come to be anything, obviously with one being 4 years out and the other being 6 years out. Just don't do it, man. But that's all I got for y'all, man. I appreciate you stopping through to the zone. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. If you wish to support the channel, that information will be flowing at the bottom of the screen. Also, to be in the description of the video, man. But I appreciate you stopping through, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Y'all be safe out there, man.